Hello everyone, how's it going? Chris here with the first of my Homefront weapon guides. Now if you've been a visitor of my channel before, you'll know that I do weapon guides for Black Ops, which are amongst the most popular videos on my channel. So what better than to combine my love of graphic design and gaming and create weapon guides for all the weapons in Homefront. Starting with the M4, but I'm also going to look at all the other assault rifles, the SMGs, the LMGs, sniper rifles, also looking at the drones and the vehicles. So like I said, we're going to start with the M4, which is an assault rifle unlocked at level 1. It's the first one you get to play with. So in real life, the M4A1 is the current service rifle for the US Army. It's basically a shorter and lighter version of the M16A2, making it a carbine version. So in Homefront, like I said, it's the first weapon that you get to play with. It's a fully automatic assault rifle, although it does have a low damage compared to the other assault rifles. To balance this out though, the M4 does have a very high rate of fire and a low recoil, which makes it quite good for beginners. On one hand, you do have to get quite a lot of hits on target to take the enemy out, but on the other hand, you can blaze on the trigger and take people out from across the map without any burst firing whatsoever. Like most of the assault rifles, it has a high ammo count, so you don't really have to worry too much about running out of ammunition. So like everyone, I was using the M4 when I started on Homefront, and it saw me right through to the early levels. I used it right up to the unlocking all the attachments, and it helped me learn the ropes of the game. It's a pretty good weapon all round. It's probably one of the most versatile weapons. That low recoil does really help when you're learning the game, because you don't really have to worry too much about the recoil sending you off target. It's just a case of learning how to use the thumbsticks and snap onto people and take aim. The main downside is probably that low damage, but it's kind of balanced out with the low recoil and the high fire rate. Like all the assault rifles, there's a range of attachments to choose from. There's a variety of different red dot sights, the Mark 1, Mark 2, Mark 3. There's 3 different holographic sights, EMP launcher, airburst launcher, underslung shotgun, or silencer, or grenade launcher. My recommendations, I'd either go with one of 3. First up, we've got the choice of red dot sight. Now the red dot sight just helps connect your targets, because you kind of got a nice window to aim through rather than the standard iron sights. The 3 red dot sights to choose from are all the same basically. It's just mainly aesthetic differences. The 3 different red dot sights have 3 different coloured red dots, one being red, one being blue, one being green. My personal favourite is probably the Mark 3. You unlock the red dot sights by getting 50 kills. Another option you might consider is the silencer. You get this at 25 kills. What the silencer does is keep you off the radar, so the bad guys can't see where you are when you fire the weapon. The only downside to the silencer is that you have to rely on the iron sights. For me, that's not a problem. I quite like the iron sights on the M4, but it's something to bear in mind. Otherwise, the attachment that you're probably most used to is the holographic sight. That's earned at 5 kills, so it's one that'll see you through the early stages of the game. All the 3 holographic sights are all the same, like the red dots, apart from the visual differences. They all have the same reticles, which is a small circle outlined by a larger ring. Compared to the red dot sights, I think the red dot sight probably is better. It has more of a window to see through, whereas the holographic scopes have a lot more frame to the scope, so it's a bit more difficult to see through them. So the 3 infantry abilities that best bring out the features of the M4 are Tactical Reload. This speedens up your reload time, so it helps keep you in action once you've extinguished a magazine. Second up, we've got Quick Draw, which speedens up the time it takes to aim down sights. This can be super handy when you're running to bad guys at close range. And third up, we've got the Ghost ability. Now this keeps you off the radar, so if you combine this with the silencer, you can be a really sneaky little ninja. It's basically good for a stealth class where you don't appear on the radar whatsoever. So that's the basic overview of the M4 in Homefront. Let me know how you get on with it. I'm sure you'll all fall in love with it. Like I say, it's the first weapon you get to use in the game. There are a few higher power assault rifles that you unlock at later stages, but the M4 will be a good match against any of them. So hope you enjoyed this episode. If you enjoyed it, be sure to subscribe to stick around for all the upcoming upcoming videos. Like I said, I'll be covering all the assault rifles and all the other weapons and equipment and vehicles. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all later.